When Scotland's shipbuilding, textile, and steel industries collapsed in the mid to late 20th century, some enterprising Scots in the country's fourth largest city turned to crime. Virtual crime, that is, specifically Grand Theft Auto.
You forget 1,000 things every day, pal.
The long-running video game series, along with some other top-selling games of all time, have their roots in Dundee, a city not much bigger than Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Dundee needed to create a new economic basis to get by because the old industries were going away.
William Hubbard heads the Center for Excellence in Computer Game Education at Abertay University. He says a TIMEX watch factory, once a major employer in Dundee, created an early home computer that gave some workers their first experience writing code. One group of students studying programming at Abertay, then known as the Dundee Institute of Technology, got creative with the primitive computers.
The first major game to come out of this group of students was Lemmings.
20 million copies were sold after its release in 1991, and that was just the start.
They formed a group called DMA Design and started producing games for ZX Spectrum and other PC platforms.
DMA stands for Direct Memory Access, a term taken from early computer programming manuals. David Jones, who worked as an apprentice engineer in the old TIMEX factory, was the mastermind behind DMA Design. Grand Theft Auto was the next major game Jones created here in '97, but it didn't become the huge hit it is now until the third game in the series. By that point, DMA Design was bought out by Rockstar and moved to Edinburgh.
This is a period of time in which game studios were growing at this huge level. So this huge pace.
Grand Theft Auto sparked controversy for its depiction of crime, violence, and sex, but it also helped to make video gaming the $180 billion industry it is today. Last year, the fifth game in the franchise spread across 3 console generations and on PCs, selling over 140 million copies worldwide. Although all Grand Theft Auto games are developed today at Rockstar North in Edinburgh, Dundee remains the intellectual center for video gaming. Abertay University was the first institution of higher learning in Europe to offer a computer games design program. Then in 1996, the world's first master's program in computer game technology. Rhiannon Nash is a third-year student at the school studying game design and production and working on a video game that uses only a bicycle as the controller.
So they're playing a game while they're cycling. So they're getting exercise and exploring a fantasy world and having fun.
With esports growing in popularity, Abertay University is partnering with Northern Lights Arena Europe to consider building a new facility. Where I'm sitting currently will soon become the construction site to a £60 million esports arena, which is currently in the development phase. Hubbard says he wants to bring more esports programs to the university. He says more jobs and tourism would follow for the city.
When one visits a museum, one tends to stay for half a day. When one goes to an esports tournament, it's often a 2-day, 3-day, even longer event. So that's going to bring people in for a while.
Dundee is also home to more than 40 video game companies that have a major influence on the industry. One example, the mega hit Minecraft. Didn't originate here, but the console version was created and developed in Dundee at 4J Studios.
I didn't expect Scotland to produce such big things that are known all throughout the world. So knowing that just on my doorstep, such big things have happened, it also makes me excited what I can add to that and what the university can add to that.
In Dundee, Scotland, I'm Deitric Murphy for the Centre County Report.